intelligence and investigators, we have learnt that a definite hand of the Lashkar-e-Toiba is now completely established. A 4-member group of elite, highly trained, highly motivated and intensely motivated people had come to attack the Herat Consulate. This must have been planned well ahead, but it was timed the attack was timed to be around the same time as Narendra Modi government's swearing-in was to happen in Delhi. They had come prepared to lay siege on the consulate and take hostages. The entire modus operandi and the details that have emerged from the investigations in the past 10 to 12 days is that the elite operatives were carrying AK-47s armed with underbarrel rocket launchers, RPGs, rocket propelled grenades, and they had come prepared with dry fruits and water bottles and prepared to stay on and take hostages to gain publicity as much as possible during the swearing-in and in the run-up to the swearing-in. The attack actually was thwarted by the ITBP and the Afghan National Forces, but the entire planning shows that the elite was behind this. This was a completely elite modus operandi. Taliban attackers normally come and blow themselves up. They have a suicide waste and they come and just blow themselves. The elite, on the other hand, comes and fights. And they did fight in the SIM phones or the SIM cards that these attackers were carrying. There were numbers of the BBC office in Kabul, the Indian embassy numbers, and also a local Afghan TV station number. So that the planning was that once they take hostages and they lay siege to the consulate in Herat, they would call up these people and then gain publicity, is what investigators have now concluded, the Indian as well as Afghan investigators. Now there are other intelligence reports that there could be further attacks on Indian assets and Indian establishments in Afghanistan. Herat was supposed to be the least of the potential target for any attack, but they did come and attack in Herat, and it was fortunate that the ITBP and the Afghan National Forces thwarted the attack and killed 3 of them. One attacker seems to have escaped, is what the investigators have concluded. Kajuri?
Nathan, this of course, these details complicating further what is already a very, very complicated relationship between the Indian and Afghanistan governments.
Well, more than Indian and Afghanistan government, it is also the angle. The elite, remember, is trained and is considered as a strategic asset by the Pakistani ISI, the intelligence, the inter-services intelligence of Pakistan. And now it is believed, although it is hard to establish that the ISI had planned this attack and had used the elite attackers to actually attack the consulate in Herat. Now, elite is of course known to have close links with the ISI. There is no proof as yet of the ISI involvement in this, but Western intelligence agencies have told Afghan government, and in turn Afghan government has told the Indian government as well as the Indian investigators that the entire signature of the attack points towards elite, which has close connections with the ISI. It is not Taliban or the Haqqani network, which had previously carried out attacks on Indian assets in Afghanistan, especially in Kabul in 2008 and 2009. So therefore, this is what our sources are telling us at the moment.
Thank you so much, Nitin, for joining us with those exclusive details. Nitin Gokhale there telling us about how sources have been telling him that it seems at this point elite involvement in the attack on the Indian consulate in Herat seems very, very likely, if not absolutely decided.